This is Connecticut's Chris Webby, chilling in the building with Dub right now. About to have a good time here at Toad's Place. You already know.
Kevin W. Reese.
You know I had to be here to show love to the dude with the biggest buzz in Connecticut right now. I had to be here to bring him out to the legendary Toad's Place stage. We've been waiting for this for a long time. And I just want to shout everyone out that came out, paid a ticket to be here.
Okay, so we're here at Toad's Place, and I think the irony of this is I had you here for a show almost 2 years ago. I had a bunch of local Connecticut artists, and you came, and as soon as you left, the crowd left. And I was like, what's up with this kid? And Toad's Place was like, what's up with this kid? Because remember, we had the little tickets, and your name was up on the tickets. Do you remember that show?
Way back when, yeah, the showcase.
And now here you are headlining a show at Toad's Place for the second time.
It's awesome. It is awesome.
And there is a crowd down there right now just waiting for you to hit that stage, man. Without a doubt, you have the biggest buzz in Connecticut right now. How you feeling?
I feel very lovely. Very swell, I would say. Yeah, I'm good. I love it. Connecticut's holding me down, and I'm going to hold them down back. Absolutely.
And the thing that I love about the buzz right now is that you've done it with no radio at all. And I tell these artists all the time, you don't need the radio. You don't need to chase the radio. Let the radio chase you. And who's chasing you right now?
The radio.
When I say Chris, you say Webby, Chris! Webby! Chris! Webby! All right, you guys are ready. You guys are ready. Let me bring to the stage right now, straight from Connecticut, Chris Webby!
Which is amazing. That's 4 days in a row I've been on Hot 93.7, and and I didn't go and ask for it. It just kind of happened, and it's the best way, right? So.
Absolutely. Now, for the people that don't know you, because by you having a song on the radio, right? That's gonna people's ears are gonna open up, and they're gonna say, "Who the hell is this kid?" They don't know the grind. They don't know the YouTube views, which we're gonna talk about in a second, because we're competing right now. Okay, they don't know that, so they're just going to be like, who is this kid? He came out of nowhere. So let's start. Let's go back. I want to go back to the Dame Dash video that's on YouTube. Explain to the folks out there how that Dame Dash situation even happened.
Well, I was in a situation a while back that I'm no longer in. I was working with, certain people, and I got into certain situations, and that was one of them. And I'm not going to go fully in detail on that because it's no longer how it is. But that was very cool. I mean, that was really kind of one of the first, if not the first, big rapper I really got to spit for. Not rapper, excuse me, but hip-hop figure. Right. And, getting to spit for him was awesome. And just to see his reaction, if you know in the video, there's one point where he, looks up and is like, oh, shit, white boy, all right, And just looking back at that and seeing that is still one of my proudest hip-hop moments. I think to date now, my proudest hip-hop moment was hearing myself on the radio for the first time. Because that was the other day, me and my dad, I got a call from KG, and he said, go out to the car and listen, I'm about to play it. And we went out, and just it was crazy. So.
Now, what do you attribute the buzz to right now? You're doing a lot of shows. You actually have a real booking agency that represents you, Yeah, new agency. And the YouTube views are crazy. Do you think, who would you say your audience is right now? To someone that doesn't know you, who is your audience? Where the hell are they? Where'd they come from?
Well, like you were saying, the internet is where the biggest buzz is at, and that's been my main focus since ground one. And luckily for me, I'm coming out at a time where the internet is a very viable tool to get your name out. Who are they? They are, definitely a lot of younger kids, as this is an all-ages event. I do have a lot of young kids who listen to my music, because that's usually how it is. It's usually younger people who look up to, artists that are older. But as the buzz is growing and the name's getting out, there's, a lot of kids my age and older also, you know. So, you know, once you're on the radio, like you were saying,
College crowd, a lot of college crowd.
a lot of college kids, a lot of high school, and probably some even younger whose parents, for some reason, let them come out and see me.
I'ma go ahead and do my thing. You just gotta let me off the chain. Off the chain, off the chain. You just gotta go and let me off the chain. I'm off the chain. I'm like a rap star, minus the money in the record. Bitch, I'm living in a piece of glass hard. I don't give a fuck, I'm spinning mad hard. I'm gonna say my lyrics, I'm trying to backboard. I'm in your backyard, rolling grind, rap rocket, I'm just like damn pilot. Now I'm so sick, I need the hands of my wallet. I'm an operator.
Honestly, we haven't seen a buzz in Connecticut like this since Apathy.
And Apathy, I've actually been talking with Apathy a good bit, and he's kind of showing me the ropes. Shout out to Apathy, yo. He's really, you know, he wants to basically see me succeed. And for me, I used to listen to Apathy in high school, you know. I mean, I used to listen to a lot of underground hip-hop. And in underground hip-hop, Apathy is, you know, a legend. In Connecticut, Apathy is a legend. So to have someone like that telling me what I should and shouldn't be doing and looking out for my best interest, that, you know, for me, that's awesome.
Absolutely. What's up with this whole new generation? There's a new generation of hip hop right now. Sure, yeah. Wiz Khalifa, you, Mac Miller, right? Sam Adams. Yeah, you got Currency. Yep. There's this whole like new younger generation on the come up right now. What do you attribute all these fans grasping onto these artists? What do you attribute that to?
Well, with a new generation of rappers comes a new generation of listeners, basically. And, you know, my age group grew up listening to a certain, you know, amount of people. And a lot of those people are older now. And people really want to relate. And, you know, I'm just a white boy out of Connecticut, so, you know.
And the thing that all the artists I named have in common is buzz on the internet, right?
Exactly. And that's a whole new tool, really, you know. And luckily for us, like, I remember I made my fan page on Facebook right when fan pages on Facebook came out. You know what I mean?
Now it's a like page.
Yeah, now it's a like page, whatever. But, yeah, and honestly, Facebook's been, like, one of my biggest tools of promotion. And, you know, about to be at 50,000. I think I'm at, like, 49,000. Hit that today. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. Every time I post something stupid, 49,000 people see it.
Now, what's the situation with you and Sam Adams right now? You guys had a little squabble some time ago. From my understanding, everything's cool now. But what's that situation, and how did it help your buzz?
It was never about trying to help my buzz. It was never a publicity stunt. And I think the people who listen know what the deal is. I'm not gonna go fully in detail, but you know, it just is what it is. I'm not running around shooting guns or nothing. It's not like it's some crazy beef, you know. But you know, certain people just don't agree with each other musically. You know.
Great political answer. I like it. That was good. That was good. It's good training right there.
Yeah. My dad's friend's a senator. You know, he taught me a little bit.
You're doing shows. Philadelphia, Boston. I mean, the shows are getting crazy. What's the goal over the next year and a half?
I mean, I just want to keep moving at the pace I'm at. Like, my name isn't signed on anything right now. I'm unsigned. We got shirts now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is gonna be all Webby money. Okay. You know, all these
merchandise.
Shows, that's all Webby money. Like, I worked for it myself, and honestly, I'd rather have it that way. The money I make, I earned myself, you know, without really the help of too many other people. Obviously, I got my team with me, but, you know, without a label, without, you know, this and that. Obviously, the booking agency, like we were saying, that helps. But I want to make it on my own, and I want to, when I finally get there, not have people question it. They'll be like, oh, Webby worked for it. Webby deserves it. You know what I mean? That's what I really want.
Well, you know, just like I said, you know, never chase the radio. It's kind of the same thing with the record labels.
Yeah, don't chase it. You know, everyone thinks at first it's about, like, oh, getting signed. You know, back in the day, that was, you know, that's what everyone talks about. But nowadays, like you were saying with the internet, you don't even really need that.
Now, I saw a video where you kicked a freestyle. I think you were in Boston. You kicked a freestyle on stage. Yeah. Do you tend to go off the top of your head at live shows?
Sometimes, you know, if I'm feeling like it. I grew up freestyling. That was, like, my favorite thing to do at parties. We used to all get wasted and be like, hey, Webby, freestyle, man. And I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, man. I'd be blacked out, you know, just, but, you know, going to private school, I was pretty much the only guy who did that. So that was really good practice. And then, you know, got to Hofstra for, you know, my brief little stint there before they kicked my ass out. And, battled everybody. I used to be really big into battling. But you hit a point where you realize battling isn't, you know, it's good to be able to do if someone, tests your nerves. But at this point, if I was to battle someone, what's the point? Like, all I can do is lose. If I win, I'm supposed to win. If I lose, it's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So, but I love freestyling, basically. But I feel like
I think the crowd appreciates it, though, you know?
Of course. And sometimes, like, even if I don't have a beat set aside for me to freestyle on, I'll just, like, be rapping to a song and be like, man, fuck that second verse. I'm just gonna freestyle it, But it's now when I freestyle, it's different than I used to. I used to just do it because I love it. Now I start freestyling. Everybody whips their little camera phones out, and it's like, freestyling is improvisational. Yeah. So not everyone's gonna be.
You got a video in front of a live band with your dad.
Yes.
Which is real cool.
With me tonight, actually.
He is.
Yeah, he's gonna play guitar in a couple joints tonight, which I'm very excited about. It's the first time we ever did that. So, yeah. I mean, he's a musician himself, and like I really grew up around music, so I love music, all kinds, reggae, classic rock, hip hop.
Now, how did you link up with Static Selector? I know you're working with him.
It just kind of happened, like you realize the people in the game, it's not as many as you think, and you just kind of run into people at various places. We ran into them at SOBs, and I think we just, we're talking and ended up doing that, which was real fun. Shout out to Static. He's a cool dude. We had a lot of fun that night in the studio.
And you have a song with Mac Miller, too, as well.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool because his buzz is crazy, too.
Absolutely. And, I mean, I saw Mac, a week ago? You realize you start running into the same people quite a bit because, people who are on that same circuit as you. I'm sure me and Mac will be seeing each other quite a bit in the future. So
you guys are right there in the same age group, too.
Exactly.
Now, what are you, like 22 now?
I'm 22, yeah.
He's like 18, 19, isn't he?
Yeah, so props to him. He got on that early. Definitely.
There's a whole new generation out there, and I know I'm beating a dead horse, but I really want the listeners and the viewers out there to really understand that there's a whole new generation of rappers right now, and they're using the internet, okay? Because I really have a problem with rappers chasing the radio. I know I'm killing it, but I really have a problem with it because I'm sick of people coming, yo, listen to my shit. Listen, it's like, dude, get away, man. And I don't want to know. I don't want to know that you're the best. I don't want to know. Let someone else tell me that you're the best, right?
Exactly.
So if somebody can come up to me and say, yo, you heard Webby, because that's how I learned about you. Somebody said, yo, do you ever see Chris Webby? Look at his YouTube page. I looked at his YouTube page. I was like, what the? And that's how I invited you to the Toad's Place show. So, boom, and here we are. You're headlining your second show here at Toad's Place. This is the legendary. This is the SOBs of Connecticut.
Absolutely.
So to be out here, ready to perform and knock this crowd down. And then there's broads out there too, man.
Yeah.
How the broads treating you these days?
I'm doing all right. Leave it at that. My mom's up there actually, so I'm not gonna go.
Another political answer on the spot. The training is thorough over here.
For a long time, I've learned many things. I've made some stupid mistakes in my past, but I've been doing this for a long time. Honestly, I am young, but I've been rapping every day of my life since pretty much 6th grade. So,
are we gonna get an album out of you sometime in the near future?
Another mixtape, which is basically an album. I just call it a mixtape because it's free, but I'd prefer maybe calling it maybe street album. Is that what they say for like an all original free?
I like mixtape album.
Mixtape album, whatever you please. But yeah, that's dropping in mid-December, and that's gonna be, I think at least, and everyone else has heard it, the best thing I've made yet. So.
And what's it called?
Best in the Burbs.
Fair enough. Now you're doing a lot of videos right now. You're putting out a lot of visual right now. Who does your videos, and how'd you link up with them? I can tell it's the same person.
No, it's actually
It's different?
All three of them were different people. Okay. Literally, yeah. And, we just kind of take that as it goes. I was kind of behind. I had no videos out. And, this was like maybe 4 months ago. No videos. And, at that point, I should have had some. I had, 3 mixtapes out? So, 4 mixtapes out. And I still didn't have any videos. So we just decided to get on top of it, and we did. And, I'm happy with how they came out. That last Stranger one came out right around Halloween with all the Halloween masks and shit. So. That was cool.
All right, and then the video, I believe it's called Raising the Bar, when there's 4 different scenes throughout the whole thing.
All one take, too, yeah.
Crazy, and you're just walking through the streets.
Yeah. That was pretty easy, too. I mean, he just had to film me walking. The problem we ran into is I had those Dre Beat headphones on, so I'm doing my, rapper moves, and I kept pulling the cord out, right at the end, and we had to go all the way back to where we fucking started. Oh, man. But other than that, yeah. I like to just be able to prove that I can rap, and that's another example of one of those songs, which is a long, in that case, dubstep song, which is you know, some rappers are dabbling with the concept of rapping over songs that aren't necessarily hip-hop beats, you know, dubstep, techno, whatever. But I just like to, I guess you say I like to show off my lyrical prowess, you know.
Now, speaking of YouTube, you're at almost 5 million views total on YouTube. I'm approaching 3 million views on YouTube. So we spoke on the text a few weeks ago or whatever of a friendly competition.
Yes.
First one to 10 million views. So what's the bet then?
What's the bet? I mean, we usually say I got 5 on it, but I mean, if you want to up the ante, let me know.
We'll talk about it off camera. But first one to 10 million, it's a race. He's got 2 million views on me right now, and it pisses me off. So, you know, but this interview will be on my page.
I know, I was just thinking.
So I'm cheating, and I'm gonna try to do my best to get to 10 million views first, man.
Yeah, and I'll even promote this video for you.
Thank you. So throw it on Twitter, throw it on Facebook. Please help me.
All right, I got you.
Have fun tonight.
Dude,
Continue
will do,
success,
man.
man.
Good to see you.
Kevin W. Reese.